Hey friends, Miss Skinny Jeans here, coming at you from my home office here on the other side of Sunrise. I know it's been a little while since we've had a Trigger Happy Thursday. Totally my fault. I have been traveling and doing all sorts of various side projects, which include a podcast. So now if you want to go check that out, you can find that at findingourhunger.com. But I am back, and I'm ready to start triggering happy once again. So we'll get into today's. It's going to seem a little bit wonky, but I promise that when you try it, you're not going to want to go back. So I'll start by saying that one of my absolute favorite possessions in the world is my pair of black 5-inch heels. So I bought these when I was in a production of Dead Man's Cell Phone with the Palm Beach Shakespeare Festival back in 2009, and I've only ever pulled them out on special occasions. There's this part of me that sort of always equated heels with being a grown-up. My latest shoe fetish, was kind of fed by this whole Sex and the City fantasy that I had while I was growing up. So if you have read my blog for any amount of time, you've followed me on social media, you've probably seen the wonderfully ugly photos of my chronic ankle injury that I've had for the last 2 years. And actually, the end of May is going to be my 2-year anniversary of going on a 4-mile run that I shouldn't have. And so due to that pain, I have not been able to wear my heels in 2 years. Caveat, if you look on Facebook, you can find it. So I did wear wedges to my sister's college graduation, and I wore low pumps to an audition, and both times I paid for it. So not only am I unable to tolerate heels, but I really can't wear any shoes that cut into the side of my ankle. So all those cute, like, Vibram 5 fingers, can't wear those. And on some days, I can't even wear shoes, period. So, all of that to say, I'm going to go into today's trigger, which is go barefoot. So, I read Mark Sisson's Primal Connection, and I started doing some research on this weird phenomenon known as earthing or grounding. And when I did that, I stopped sweating the fact that shoes caused me physical pain and started using my pain to get in touch with the ground. So if you've never heard of earthing, I'm not going to go into too much detail right now, because I'm still learning about it, but essentially it is, and I'll read you a quote from the earthinginstitute.net. Earthing, which is the direct contact of the body with the earth, generates a powerful and positive shift in the electrical state of the body and restores natural self-healing and self-regulating mechanisms. So in other words, going barefoot and touching the earth can naturally trigger happy. The way it works is it helps by, there's a certain electrical pulse that comes up from the earth, a certain wavelength, certain frequency, that actually helps restore a natural circadian rhythm, which can then lead to better sleep, just better cycle in general. So then it ends up helping with your brain chemistry as well. So I'll let you go to the earthinginstitute.net. I'll put a link at the bottom of the show notes and on my blog. But there's a whole bunch of products like earthing and grounding mats and special shoes that can give you these benefits that are the same as this transfer of electrons going from the earth into your feet. But I figured I would just kind of cut out the middleman. So now I know I'm a member of a society that operates on the principle of, no shirt, no shoes, no service. But I figured, so I have to pay at least a little bit of lip service to sandals. So I went to a dance shop and I bought a pair of, they're called Capezio Sandasols. They're, contemporary dance shoes. They've got a whole bunch of different brands, but these are the ones I like because they cover the balls of my feet, and they also have a little strap that doesn't cut into my ankle. And so it keeps me mostly unrestricted. Now, I did start by only wearing them indoors, but then I started taking short walks with my dog outdoors so that I could get the actual benefits of being in contact with the earth. And so every day I would go a little bit longer, and it's gotten to the point where, no, I can't wear my unshoes, as I call them, while commuting in the city. I did wear them all over Austin, Texas last week, and I do wear them when I'm out here at home in San Jose. So, I think that there is something that is very freeing about being barefoot or mostly barefoot. I can't give you all the scientific research to back up why earthing is going to be the thing to do. Not yet. I can post some stuff on my blog. And, while, I'm not going completely barefoot, my little unshoes look enough like sandals that I don't, get a lot of questions. And no, it's not going to get me preferred seating at the next black tie event, like my wonderful 5-inch heels might. But, what's really cool is that going barefoot, I've had the opportunity to not only, move my toes in the grass while I walk, but it's actually helped me start stabilizing and balancing a little bit better. It's allowed me to use the muscles in my feet that are supposed to be using, as opposed to like stability soles on my sneakers. So it's allowing me to start rehabbing my ankle a little bit more effectively. So, and it's a little thing, but it's actually, it can have a big impact in your life, even if it's just something you do while you take your dog on a walk, or in the office. Or even, just walking around your neighborhood, going grocery shopping. You do have to be careful of puddles and things like that. But for the most part, it really has been a happiness trigger for me. So I thought I would share that with you. If you want to check out the shoes that I'm wearing, I'll put the brand and everything in the notes. But other than that, what else are you guys going to do today to trigger happy? So anyway, you can always find me on my personal blog, inmyskinnyjeans.com, Genes. You can now find me and my podcasting partner, Ito, the Overachieving Liar, at findingourhunger.com or on iTunes and Stitcher Radio. The podcast is called Finding Our Hunger. You can also always contact me on Twitter. I am at Miss Skinny Jeans, Genes. And until next time, keep triggering happy and stay hungry, friends.